Hello, Brenton with All Octane here. In this video, we are going to look at the 2024 Honda CR-V Hybrid. This one is an all-wheel drive Sport L. I'm not quite sure what the L stands for. It has the particular platinum white paint, black interior, and this one tops out at $39,980. Okay, so taking a look at this thing, it does have plastic buttons here on the door for the windows and mirror, metal. Oh, no, that's plastic handle as well. It does have driver 1 and 2, which is kind of nice. I don't think the Subaru had that one. We've got inside some nice materials. This does have power seats, although right now they don't have power to it, so I can't adjust these to the way I would like. However, I will jump in and we'll take a gander of what this is like. I do have a lot more room here, so however the seat is set, I have plenty of space to sit, and I also feel much more comfortable with my legs. So this one doesn't feel like I'm going to hit anything with my knee. I have to stretch quite far. I also don't feel like I have to bunch up anything. The rear or the footwell is quite deep. We do have some buttons here that are quite nice for doing certain functions, maybe like climate controls and such. We have USB chargers, looks like it has a wireless charger as well, an outlet. This one does have a shift boot as well, just like the Subaru. It does have a drive mode selector. We have 2 cup holders. We also have a center console storage unit. There's a nice little screen. This one does pop up and kind of intrude the line of sight a little bit more than what the Subaru did. We do have a nice line of sight though through the car. I am 6'4". This one doesn't have quite the same visual range from up front or up top, a height range, but it does still have a very good range. The mirror sort of protrudes in my area, but that's okay. It does have a sunglasses holder, which is fantastic. This is a great feature. It does have lights up here as well and some buttons. I'm trying to feel, there's I think just one button to potentially change that. The mirrors do have lights as well. That's kind of cool. It does not have a slide out, which is kind of a bummer. It does have a sunroof though. Ergonomics, this is kind of cool. It does have some changing dials right here to change the vents, which is pretty cool. It does look like everything is digital here on this. Oh, nope. I do see a little bit of a gauge. It's very hard to see. I'm going to try to see if I can get it to, there it is. You saw the needle very briefly. There it is. Does have one analog needle, it looks like. I don't see a second one. Not as many controls on here. I'm curious to know if they would be on the center screen. That would be something to figure out. Go ahead and jump in the back on the center console here for the passengers. In the rear, it is a bench seat, but it does fold down to show 2 cup holders, which is kind of cool. There are no climate controls back here, just climate control vents, and there are some USB-C chargers for your rear seat passengers. I left the seat at where it was and where I can fit. I do fit in this one, and I fit in this one a little bit better because there is a cutout, which is kind of hard to see, but there is some, you can kind of see my hand goes up. There is this height changes back here. There is a light back here as well, but as you can see, I fit a little bit better in here than I did in the Subaru, which is interesting because there is more cargo area in this Honda CR-V Hybrid than there is in the Subaru, but it doesn't look it. It feels much more constrained, and that's probably due to the interior colors and the non-whole panoramic sunroof type thing, as well as maybe tinted windows. That probably has a little bit to do with it as well. It does look like it has a little bit of a water bottle holder here, and the doors have a good feel to them, just like the Subaru did. It's a nice light feel to it, not too heavy at all. In the back, we have a lot of cargo area. So this one does not have push down buttons for the row to fold back. There is a little bit of cargo area under here, but this is the Hybrid, so that has that there rather than some cargo space. There's not as many tie downs, although there's like 1 or 2. No hook up above. There is a light, it looks like. Nope. Okay, no, there is a hook, but there is no light. That's interesting because the lights are on the side here rather than up top, which I think I'd rather have a light up top and on sides. I think I'd like to have the whole thing illuminated when I want it or when I need it. Again, there's a lot of space right here on the wheel wells, which is kind of cool. I think that's where they start to excel. One thing I did notice is that the rear going into the second row is not flat. There is a lump there, and so you are not going to be able to hold anything completely flat because there is that bump. Not quite sure why that is, but that's how it works. To put the liftgate down, you can push the button and it will bring it back down. There is the hybrid engine. I believe it is a 4-cylinder. After looking at this and comparing it to the Subaru has a ton of safety features that come standard, and this one being about $1,000 more than the Subaru that I looked at. If you could get both of these more toward base, I think I'd lean toward the Subaru simply because you are getting a ton of safety features for the price, and you still get about the same amount of cargo space. You get the all-wheel drive, and there's a ton of other features. But there you have it. There is the 2024 Honda CR-V Hybrid.